People with dental hygiene and Asmongold, welcome one and all to a new fantastic lore dive. I know, when's the next lore dive? It's happening twice a week on Taku, ladies and gentlemen. It's a good time to be alive. Now, there is a lot of drama surrounding the game Mouthwashing. Currently, people are getting harassed on Twitter for drawing art of a character, and then more people are getting harassed for being anti-woke when they criticize people harassing artists. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. It's a pretty crazy situation that is insane. And I have already gone through all the drama, but like I always do, after covering some good slop for Nuxanor, is doing a lore dive on the actual piece of art to actually have an opinion about it. So, Gamer Salt made a video about Mouthwashing's full story and ending explained. We are going to be diving into the full lore of Mouthwashing. I will consume all lore, I will have you know, alright? We just did an Elden Ring lore dive, we just did some League of Legends lore dives. The lore diving will not stop until all lore is consumed, okay? Alright, let's jump into this baby. Let's see what it's all about. Alright, that was terrifying. I think that's it for today. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you for being here. Hug your loved ones. Like, subscribe, and this video was... Oh, shit.
Tulpar, a freighter spaceship becomes...
What the frick, dude? Wait, this is some horror game. I thought this was like some kind of dating sim with just really creepy sexual partners.
Stranded in the darkness of space after the captain of the ship, Captain Curly, decides to intentionally crash it into an asteroid.
Wait, what the fuck? He crashes into an asteroid intentionally? What the dude's trying to literally give Jack Doherty a run for his money. It's a really creepy adult horror game. Listen, again, we're doing the deep dives. Every lore will be consumed. So if this is not your cup of tea, that's okay, because we will consume all lore and we will rate all lore in the great lore ranking. All right, we will cover all lore in the future
and take everyone's life away. This comes as a strange surprise, as Captain Curly has been a well-renowned first-class and reliable pilot, always taking care of his crew.
So why the fuck did he decide to just crash the ship? What? Reliable pilot guy just suddenly out of the blue decides, you know what, fuck it, we're just gonna crash the ship and try to kill all the passengers? That doesn't seem healthy or normal at all. Bro should see a therapist, for real, for real.
The question remains, will the crew survive, or will they give in to insanity before dying due to starvation after running out of supplies and resources? Hi folks, I'm Ari, your narrator, and welcome to the full release Mouthwashing. Thanks to Rungorgan for providing me an early key, so I could get the video ready pretty fast for you.
Dude, what the fuck? That is scary. What happened in Tulpar? For those asking why I don't just play the games, I will consume all lore. All lore will be consumed, and it is being done in this way. I don't have time to play all the games, but I will consume all the lore. Alright, so what's going on here?
Pony Express is a lot.
And if you do want to see some good gameplay, my podcast co-host and sort of friend Hermes did an entire playthrough of Mouthwashing. It is on Hermes' channel. Definitely check out Hermes' horror gaming channel shit. I will link it in the description if I remember. But anywho.
On-call spaceship and service, which has deliveries taking up to a year or more to reach their destinations.
Pony Express? Oh shit. They deserve to go. They deserve to go. Honestly. Pony Express? Fuck them.
In a timeline where most organizations have shifted to automated delivery system, not using human crews any longer, Pony Express is still using humans, with the most recent one being the Tulpar space freighter, having a crew of 5.
Okay, why though? If anything can be done automated, why do you actually need humans on these spaceships to risk their lives?
Planned duration of the delivery is scheduled to be 382 days, with the crew being already 147 days in space, having roughly 8 months left to reach their destination. That happens to be the day of the crash, when the ship is in close proximity of hitting a large asteroid. Okay. The ship detects a large asteroid being on the way of the ship, which is about to be hit, but the autopilot tries to readjust itself to bypass the asteroid.
Oh
That's when the pilot...
It's super... This dude wanted to hit that asteroid. The autopilot was gonna dodge it, but the dude actively changed the course to crash. Human labor is cheaper than building a fully self-automated system. That's the most, like, dystopian capitalist shit I've ever heard in my life. A couple human lives is a sacrifice I am willing to take.
It uses a key to disengage the autopilot, which leads to the ship colliding with the asteroid. The story is displayed in a scrambled way, going back and forth in the timeline, and I will narrate the story as intended to keep the suspense. The timeline cuts to 2 months in the future, with the crew being short in resources.
Wait, they live on that fucking asteroid for 2 months? Is there no distress signal that's actually... Wait, dude, because they're 180 or whatever days into the trip already. No one's fucking getting to them on time. Like, dude, why even live at that point? Like, just... Like, I don't want to suggest anything unthinkable here, but like, bro, I would fucking not want to live on a ship like that, knowing that your end is just coming the moment your resources run out. Thousands of light years from civilization, even if they do get some sort of distress beacon, they ain't finding you for 180 days. You're cooked.
Contemplating whether to break into the cargo hold in hopes of finding food or other resources.
Why not? Like, I don't even understand. Like, what are you supposed to do? They're already dead according to the database? Like, what are they trying to even live for? Dude, that is some of the most fucked up nihilistic shit I've ever seen.
As they are unsure if they would have enough for many more months than the plan.
Why are you even worried about many more months? Like, what about after that? Your life is over. Then they just have to struggle and survive what they know is just a finite amount of time and until it's just, like, literally over? Like, dude, I have no mouth and I must scream. It's got nothing on this shit. And holy crap.
Plan stuck. The perspective changes with the...
I'm just saying, though, this dude could be a good meal. Like, I'm just saying, like, if they're really trying to live for whatever reason, like, this dude could feed you for, like, at least a week. You could live a week off this guy. I'm just saying.
Enough for many more months than the plan stuck. The perspective changes with the co-pilot, Jimmy, taking the role of the protagonist now.
Jimmy, the protagonist, bro, is literally just Mr. Beast. Today, we got 5 crew members in a circle or they will die in 100 days. Whoever can last longest gets to eat Jimmy.
Being the next person in command, making the calls as the main captain.
That's the captain?
Curly seems to be in a pretty bad condition.
Lost a little weight, haven't you, Curly? Wait, this is the dude that crashed?
The engines seem to be broken after the
Dude, just eat Curly. Like, why keep him alive? There is no future for you. Your future is death. Your future is literally death. Let that man die. Like, you are not doing him any favors. Oh my god! Dude is literally beef jerky with an eyeball. Why would you do this? He has no hope anyway. Oh my god. Eat Curly!
Crash with the controls all messed up, meaning the ship is free floating in the void of space, with their estimated time of arrival being much longer than 8 months now.
Why the fuck do you think they're ever gonna arrive? They're just floating in space. Oh my god.
If they even manage to reach anywhere. After the crash, the crew has been forced to sleep in the lounge as the emergency
Dude, why the fuck does he have like an ancient Game Boy? Bro's playing Pokemon Red version.
Expanding foam blocked off many rooms and passageways. The expanding foam automatically was deployed to close off any breaches and damages, exposing the inside to the space. The expanding foam can be seen everywhere in the ship. Looking at some promotional posters of the Pony Express, the company
Dude, the Pony Express ain't no
owning the ship, it becomes clear that they care little about their workers, as they are very
No! No! You mean the hyper-futuristic, neo-capitalist society that's so fucked up that even though they could literally send automated drones, it's easier and cheaper to just risk human lives, doesn't care about their workers? What? Listen, I'm just saying, it is much more likely that all this foam is just literally coming out of, like, Vash's penis after seeing the horse posters. Like, I feel like this is much more realistic. Blitzo from Hell of a Boss saw the horse posters and literally foamed up the room. I'm just saying. Dude, this is just Boeing's next venture. Boeing Space Venture 2.0.
Very strict and discipline their workers with taking away their credits, or in other words, their money. That
oh my god.
Includes any mistakes or mishaps, if they suffer from any injury, failure for maneuvering the ship properly, delays in deliveries, or even sleeping more than 5 hours a day. There's no insurance in such a dangerous job, and if
do not indulge in over 5 hours of rest. Dog, they are literally floating through space for 382 days. Why the fuck can't they sleep? Like, what is keeping them busy? Like, are they solving your crossword puzzles for you? Like, dude, this is like a Mr. Beast video on crack. Even the Imperium lets you sleep for 6 hours. Holy shit. This is like slavery with extra steps.
Thing is the crew's responsibility. The organization even has a ridiculous mascot which they sell plushies off to customers who are willing to buy them.
What? Dude, oh my fucking god, dude. This is insane.
Speaking to Daisuke.
Humans are the cheapest currency, the Imperium of Man. Dog, I don't understand. I don't understand. This is the most dystopian world building ever from the perspective of the fucking little drones.
The intern of the ship, it becomes clear what sort of person he
You want to play rock, paper, scissors for the chicken noodle? Wait, like a single noodle?
Yes, he's laid back yet not very good in many things, coming here to find his purpose and learn something of value.
Oh, dude wanted to do this to learn something of value, bro.
Unfortunately, he has been paired with Swansea, the cranky and grouchy, experienced mechanic of the
Eat him, just eat him, bro.
ship, who is really hard on Daisuke. Daisuke seems to be laid back about the crash, very optimistic that they will be rescued, and
I hate to break this to you, brother. I don't want to say this in a rude way or anything. But if the reason why they're using humans instead of automated bots is because humans are cheaper, they ain't rescuing your ass. They ain't rescuing no one. No one's getting, they don't, oh, you poor, sweet summer child. Swansea will eat you, bro.
will have an amazing story to tell. In search of a scanner to find the code to open the doors to the cargo hold, Jimmy goes to the medical room.
Oh my god, is this the character that they drew art of on Twitter and then got harassed? That's crazy.
Speaking to the inexperienced medical nurse,
I gotta use some fucking cancelable art in the thumbnail just so people can get upset at me.
Anya. The conversation with Anya is a little uncomfortable, to say the least, as Jimmy seems to enjoy condescending her. It appears that Curly, the captain, in the process of intentionally crashing the ship into the asteroid, sustained severe injuries, burning
Yeah? You think so? You think so? Listen, I couldn't have picked that.
him and making him incapable of even speaking. He's in such severe pain.
Why are they keeping him? Kind of a miracle Curly didn't end up fossilized. I don't know why this is a miracle. Dog, if I'll just be frank with you. If I was in a spaceship where I will maybe be able to survive another 100 days, but will definitely die in the cold vacuum of space, and I looked like this fucking guy, dude, this guy literally, unironically, looks like a shish kebab. I mean, he's smiling, but dog.
That he needs daily
Just Boeing going after another whistleblower. Bro, what is happening? Dude is just meat in a bandage.
dose of painkillers to just not curl and fidget in pain. Anya, the underqualified and inexperienced medical personnel, cannot deal with feeding Curly his meds, as he seems to be in so much pain. She doesn't seem to stand the sight of blood either, so she asks Jimmy to do it. There also seems to be some sort of unspoken tension between Jimmy and Anya, but she decides not to speak and let Jimmy get on with feeding.
Oh god, dude, she's some sort of sexual abuse victim, isn't she? Like, dude, there's 5 people locked in a fucking ship. So the 5 people are Curly, right? It's Curly, Jimmy, Swansea, the guard, and this guy, the kid, the bright-eyed kid, and her. She the only girl. She is the one female on a group with 4 Daisuke. Yeah, it's 1 woman, 4 men on a ship, unmonitored, uncontactable, in space on a year-long mission. Oh fuck, man. Oh shit. Oh dude, that's fucked up.
Curly, he's
I see like where this is going, man.
meds, taking the oxycodone, strong painkillers, and forcefully feeding it to Curly.
Honestly, just don't feed Curly. Fuck this guy. He crashed into the asteroid on purpose. Don't feed him. Let him fucking suffer. He's fucking like, dude. Like, you know Two-Face, like from Batman. This dude is no face. Faceless. Oh, yes.
Who is bedridden. Anya cannot stand the sight of him writhing in pain, crying and running out of the room. Catching up with Anya afterwards, despite Curly seemingly trying to take down everyone with him by crashing the ship, the crew agreed to keep him alive.
Why?
Being the better people.
The way I see it, there's 2 reasons to keep him alive. Yes, it's important, we all agree.
Anya doesn't let this make her lose her spirit.
Dude, they want to keep him alive to prove that they're better? Bro, who are you proving this to? You are fucking floating in space. Let him die. Oh my god, eat him. Eat Curly. Eat.
As she believes in goodness of people, even in these hard situations. As Anya cannot hold herself from crying, she leaves to be alone. Jimmy, assuming the role of the captain now, the one in command, with the big responsibility of taking care of the crew and the ship, gets on his way to get to the cockpit to find the off-limit scanner which reveals the codes to sensitive items and doors. On his way, he finds Swansea, the well-seasoned and experienced mechanic.
This guy. How on earth do you have a belly like this after starving for 2 months? Bro, dude, holy shit.
The well-seasoned and experienced mechanic, guarding the utility room. He explains the room is filled with a solid wall of foam, which he is guarding to ensure no one goes in to damage the foam and
Something sussy going around.
Expose the ship to the outer space.
Bro's been secretly eating Curly. Wait a second, didn't Curly have like 10 toes before? No, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about.
He is analyzing and trying to work on
Bro's hiding food in there, okay?
breaking the foam to get to his tools, yet trying to figure out how to do that carefully not to break the air seal. Getting to the cockpit, the dire state and condition of it shows that the controls are out of commission, with the ship free floating in space, with
Bro, dude.
the autopilot disengaged.
The craziest part about this is like it really captures like the nihilism aspect super well. It's like they're fighting to survive, but why are they even trying to survive? Like, it's kind of crazy if you think about it. Malnutrition caused the stomach to swell. Yes, I know about that, but these people are not starving yet. They still have rations. But dude, like they are doing everything in their power to survive. But why? But like what are you surviving towards? Eventually you'll run out of shit. Like what are you gonna do? God damn. Fly to a star. You can't fly into anything.
Engaged, meaning that the ship is not going back to Earth and the crew is just counting days, being completely stranded in space, hoping
That is pure and utter nihilistic horror for sure. Like what conclusion could this possibly have? Not like you can rely on Earth to send a rescue team.
rescue will be sent, fetching the
Bro, if Earth couldn't save 5 CEO billionaire people in a fucking submarine, they are not saving 5 expendable, like, worker dudes 182 days away in space.
scanner, reading a warning sign, it becomes clear the company is a no-nonsense kind of organization, being a little too strict, deducting payment of the crew even if they lose the scanner or accidentally breach the door to
Bro, do not worry about lack of payment, okay, dude? That is minimum wage is not the problem.
the cargo hold. That explains why the crew waited 2 months before even contemplating on opening the door, waiting to the point of their oxygen levels even going down.
They waited 2 months to open the door because they knew they weren't gonna get paid? No way! I guess money really is, it does push people to make, oh my god, Chad. KFC's Kentucky Fried Curly. No! Oh my god. Everyone dies eventually? I mean, yeah, but you hope to have a little bit of happiness in your life until that eventual demise, right? Like, what is the best that these people could hope for?
Down, essentially waiting till their last resort, not to risk losing their payment.
If this is just some fucked up social experiment to see how this happens and to see what they do and to push them to their limits, I am gonna fucking lose my mind. That is some Fallout bunker shit. That is fucked up. The vaults and Fallout, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Maybe they have some family on Earth and they need their payment to survive. I don't know. Maybe they have some family on Earth that's at least gonna be paid, but if they open the door, there's no way. Oh my god.
Regardless, Jimmy uses the scanner and opens the doors to the cargo hold. The time cuts back, leaving us in suspense to what is in the cargo hold, going to 7 days before the crash. Here we see through the eyes of Captain Curly again, having a psychological evaluation by Anya, who
Wait, so they were already losing their shit before. I guess being in isolation for 182 days will mess up a motherfucker.
takes her job and protocols very seriously, ensuring the safety of everyone on the ship. As one person losing their mind would mean everyone would be in danger.
Yeah, and that's kind of proven. Wait, so everyone really needs to get psych evals, because at some point someone will just... Damn.
As it happened, Captain Curly understands Anya,
What's the dialogue?
everyone
As long as I'm fit to fly in your
would
eyes,
be in
I'm
danger. As it happened,
Oh, stop it.
Captain Curly understands Anya
Guess that means I only have one more eval to do. Oh my god.
and appreciates her work while being informed
Oh my god, he acts as if I do these things for fun.
that Jimmy, the co-pilot, is not taking this seriously and
Then I have to make reports with things like...
trolls Anya, not wanting to actually do the evaluation.
What? I have found myself sexually excited at the sight of cartoon horses. He's literally Vosh! He's literally Vosh! I made that joke! There's no way! There is no way! Yes, dude, if he starts to find himself sexually excited at the sight of cartoon horses, I say you fucking, yeah, get rid of this guy. All right, dude, like, you can't trust him. You can't trust him. Blitzo, where are you? The Vosh self-insert character, ain't no way.
Captain Curly seems to be in fact a very responsible and compassionate person, taking on more responsibilities to ensure the safety of the crew, which makes it even more mysterious to why he would crash the ship, with this evaluation taking place 7 days before the crash, and him seemingly looking in perfect mental state.
So he gets passed for his psych eval and then crashes the ship. I can imagine some people being upset at Anya for passing a psyche val.
Could have made him lose his mind to do such a thing. Trying to go to the cockpit, he finds Jimmy standing outside the utility room. As they speak, it's revealed Daisuke, the inexperienced and lousy intern, has made a mess, causing some problems which needs Curly's supervision. Curly thinks to himself he shouldn't have allowed Daisuke on board, as he would be a risk to everyone on board.
Dude, why is a single person just a risk to everyone on board? Oh my fucking god.
And would limit the resources, even a liability, as the ship only has 4 emergency cryogenic pods, meaning in case of a problem or getting lost, they wouldn't have enough pods for Daisuke.
There is no way they have a ship with 5 people with 4 pods. There is no way. Like, dude, who fucking designed this system? Oh my god, is that not the most suspicious shit? This looks like a social experiment. And also, chat, can I just say, fuck you guys. Just like, guys, this is not fun. Like, guys, okay? I'm just saying, all right? Nux, why don't you put us on screen? This is why, okay? You don't deserve to be on screen.
But not much could be expected from this terrible organization, the Pony Express, who doesn't care about their employees. Currently authorizes
just Amazon too.
The access to the emergency axe, giving it to Swansea to break Daisuke out of the emergency foam, which has trapped him. It seems Daisuke tried to intuitively fix the vent, which has been broken and off limit for a long time. Something he wasn't authorized to do. Something that is dangerous to access with loose cables. The responsible Captain Curly gives the axe to Swansea only until the foam is cleared, which he should put back afterwards. After that...
Alright, so this is still before the crash. Guy was sent to sabotage. It's so weird. Like, I'm so confused as to like what direction the story is going. It's like, it's an interesting insight into these characters, but bro, what the fuck?
Curly meets with Jimmy in the cockpit, doing the psyche evaluation as he refused to do it with Anya. After doing so, giving him a good enough grade, he speaks to him just to see how he is doing off record. Jimmy seems to have a
how are things otherwise off the record? Oh no.
Troubling life on Earth, not doing so well, but with Curly's...
Of course you're not doing well, that's why you're on this freaking ship hurtling through space! With 4 nutcases! You are the 5th nutcase. No shit, your life's not doing too well.
Friends, he got a job working as a co-pilot on a freighter. That's when Jimmy explains how Curly is described as a well-experienced and fantastic pilot by everyone. Something that he...
Can you stop glazing this man? He is literally about to doom you.
Finds annoying, yet showing his respect to Curly as he truly is responsible and great at his job, while at the same time being kind and compassionate to others. Despite being so successful and well-made, Curly feels like he has reached the peak of his achievement as the captain of a long-haul freighter, which is not easy to come by, yet he feels like he should try other things, while Jimmy is still at the bottom.
I love how they do a flashback just to make you feel worse for everybody. Like, why on earth are you gonna do this shit? Here is a flashback, ladies and gentlemen, about people, how they have their dreams. After they leave this torture chamber, they will go on to bigger things in life.
Trying to climb his way through the ranks. That's when all of a sudden a fax is sent through which is confidential and only accessible to the captain, Curly, not even the co-pilot. The time shifts and goes forward to when the cargo hold was opened by the crew. 2 months after the crash, with Curly being in a different place now, badly burned.
Yeah, Curly's fucking...
and injured, half alive, bound to the bed. Jimmy comes across a TV...
Why would they bind him to the bed? Like, dude isn't going nowhere, okay?
In the cargo hold, which ironically plays a cartoon about how companies should take care of their employees, which...
Oh, the irony! Everybody wants to be my enemy. Spare the sympathy. You gotta get out of here, bro. You gotta stop, dude. These fucking evil companies that want to abuse your shit, then they fucking give you these little cute cartoons about how much they care about the employees. Oh, we spent $1 million on this. Can I have some higher pay? No, fuck you. We're sending you to space. Oh, no.
Which is the exact opposite to how Pony Express treats theirs. No insurance, deduction in payment.
Dude, I feel like there's so many of these dystopian super companies, like everywhere. Lethal Company also has like this dystopian super company. And as you know, I have already done a lore dive into Lethal Company, so I know a thing or two about that. But yes, it's another super company that just views its people as disposable corpse starch, okay? And then you got murder drones that does the same shit. Is Amazon any different? I mean, at some point, Amazon will just buy the United States and make up its own regulation. Like, holy shit.
And for any accidents or mistakes, no assistance and only punishment. The time cuts forward with the crew opening a few boxes, learning that the entire shipment is only of mouthwash bottles.
No! They're just shipping mouthwash, a 382 adventure across space, risking the lives of these 5 people that can be done automated, except they're doing it this way because they don't give a flying fucking shit, and they're just shipping mouthwash! Dude, this really is a horror game. I hope Asmongold doesn't play this. This might scar him for life. I mean, I guess that's why it's called mouthwashing, but oh my god.
Open bottles of mouthwash and nothing else.
That is the most fucked up shit in the universe. They were delivering mouthwash. Holy balls. Mouthwash is a valuable and rare resource. Fuck you. The British are terrified. They're dying for mouthwash. Like, they gotta feel like this is nihilism on a massive scale. Like, dude, it's too much alcohol. You can't even drink that. Oh, the misery.
In a way, this heartens the crew,
Changed my life.
bringing down their morals, that they are only worth
Dude, this is great.
transporting goods such as mouthwash.
Yeah. The British strays, they deserved it. They should brush their teeth more. But no, dude, this is insane. 382-day trip, risking the lives of 5 people. It just goes to show what these people are worth in the eyes of the company. They are worth less than this cargo of mouthwash.
But worst of all, that they are low on oxygen and resources, and the only thing that they have now is an ocean of mouthwash. Anya, trying to be practical, reads on how the sugar content of the mouthwash offsets the disinfectant properties of the liquid. Despite that, Swansea, someone who has been sober for over 15 years, not having any hope left, opens the bottles and downs it, drinks.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Can't blame him. Dude, fuck it. Your life is over. No one cares about you. This is shit. Oh my god.
Drinking for the first time after 15 years, as the liquid has 14% ethanol, which is a drinkable alcohol. Anya, seeing how hopeless the crew is becoming,
Yeah, no, this is insane.
breaks down while crying.
Dude, imagine relapsing on mouthwash. It's like, oh god.
Knowing Swansea will harm his organs and body in the
Bro, he's not making it out of here anyway. What's the difference at this point? This is just a nihilistic path to self-destruction.
process, as mouthwash is not safe to drink as a consumable alcoholic beverage. Time jumps back again, 6 days before the crash now, with Curly being the protagonist again. As Curly has a burden on his conscience, trying to discuss what he read in the confidential message from the higher-ups. He sees the crew throwing him a surprise party, as they are allowed to do that once per haul.
They're allowed. They're allowed to surprise him with a party once per haul. Dude, they are literally being worked to the bone on this fucking ship. This is insane. This is the most insane, because for the most part, when we look at like a capitalist dystopia setting, you look at it from the perspective of like these giant fucking overlords or the people being abused and how they fight back against their overlords, how they actually survive. Like, you are looking at this insane story from the perspective of the disposable. How fucking dark is this?
Per person. Last time was Swansea's, now Curly was on the list. Making a birthday cake using the pre-packaged ingredients, which are not too healthy, Curly breaks the news to them. It appears that the report from the management was that they are letting go of the crew after many years of...
Oh my god. Oh my god. 6 days before the crash, the announcement is that they're all fired. Dude, they fired them 182 days into a 380 whatever day trip?
service. They are apparently changing operation, not being the last manned crew long-haul freighter ship anymore. It hasn't been disclosed if they are becoming automated, using remote-controlled ships or robots, or if they are shutting down, despite Curly being instructed not to tell the crew until they are closer to the hull destination.
Oh god, I was instructed not to wait until we're closer. Dude, fuck. Can't wait for Nux to try and joke after the ending. Oh my god, no, 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 I will not cry. I will not cry. Okay, listen, I am a big boy. Fucking shit.
Cannot bring himself holding this information for long. Unfortunately, this backfires on him, as Jimmy takes everything he discussed in private with him against him, blaming Curly for this somehow, saying he got what he wanted.
Oh my god, no. No shot. So why on earth did they tell this to Curly and tell him to keep it secret? Like, they told Curly that they're firing everyone, and then told him to keep it secret for another half a year? Like, at that point, like, why tell him? Like, if you can only tell other people half a year, why give him the secret? Unless it's a massive social experiment. Dude, fuck.
As Curly won.
The crazy thing is, like, I know we're looking at this story, like, these are just regular people on a ship like this. But realistically, does this really seem that unlikely to happen at some point in the future? Someone taking advantage of some employees that are just more disposable than automated drones? Like, does this really seem that far-fetched?
Wanted a new adventure and career anyway, as he reached the top already. That is while Jimmy was in the beginning and struggling to reach higher positions, while Anya has no savings and Swansea will have no other jobs lined up for him, being very old now. So I guess you got what you wanted, without the guilt. I can go back to my, how'd you put it? Struggle of a life. Anya never got to medical school, you know why? And how many employees many years Swansea got left in him.
Oh my god, bro's cooking everyone!
But you headed for bigger and better, right? We're the ones you're trying to escape. Leave the dirt behind now that your boots are clean. Abandon the crew but remain the model captain. Despite Curly trying to—
Dude, this is insane. Why on earth are they blaming him? He literally had nothing to do with any of this. Oh, man.
Explain that is not what he meant at all. Jimmy seems to take everything he said against him, clearly feeling like the underachieved loser compared to the uber-successful Curly. Time cutting.
I mean, all these guys are losers. If you're on a fucking ship for 380 days straight to deliver mouthwash across the galaxy, then you are losers. Don't mean to be rude here or anything, but you are a loser.
Forward to 2 months being Jimmy's perspective now. He goes to the cockpit, seeing Anya speaking to Swansea. They seem to be losing their spirit, thinking even if the headquarters notice that they are off route. One rescue ship will take months to reach them, by which time they would all have run out of oxygen and resources and would be dead. Despite the hard—
Yeah, you gotta wonder, what on earth are they supposed to even hope for? Like, do they, like, it took them 180 days to get here. Even if they know that something happened to them, they are not surviving long enough to be saved.
First slap of reality, Jimmy is still hopeful that maybe another freighter ship could redirect to save them.
True, maybe another freighter ship that's already on the way will notice, I guess. So they're just, this is like being on a desert island with like a little fire and you're hoping that some ship will just pass by, except they're literally running out of oxygen. They have no land, they have no air. Oh my god, this is Big Corpa said fuck you.
He then goes to the medical room to feed his painkillers, as Anya still is skirmish and can't deal with seeing Curly in so much pain. Being alone with Curly, Jimmy seems angry at him as he has to take full responsibility as the captain now when he force feeds Curly the pills, which in the process of, he audibly hurts Curly, even beating him to vent out his frustration. Curly's tear—
Did Jimmy just beat the fuck out of a burn victim without hands and legs? Dog, this dude is already a living baked potato. You did not need to do that shit. Oh my god. That is dark as fuck. Holy shit, bro is in constant pain. Dude, Jimmy, what the fuck?
Terror can only—
The new Mr. Beast video is gonna be crazy. Today we beat up 100 burn victims.
be seen through his eyes, one being open, which has no eyelid anymore, appearing shocked, terrified, and hopeless in the presence of Jimmy. There is—
Okay, but the real question is, why didn't he crash? Why did he crash the ship? Right? Like, you have that very obvious question. This guy turned off the autopilot to crash the ship. What's going on?
Clearly something that Curly only knows about Jimmy, which no one else knows. In what seems to be a vision or a dream, with scrambled texts moving in the screen, Jimmy is sharing a birthday cake with the injured Curly, who is now strangely able to talk, clearly being surreal and not the real world. The surreal Curly shares some words of wisdom that, in life, we tend to want to escape and strive for more and better. But we can only try, and at times, we have to make do with what we are handed, even if it means a mediocre cake in a free-floating ship with limited oxygen. We have to make the best of what we have, and not act like we are drowning and feel an impending doom. In other words, we can only strive.
Sometimes we grow up, we get married, we make a life, and sometimes we just have an awful fucking cake. God damn.
But we should be happy with the hand that we are dealt.
I mean, I suppose that's a pretty wholesome perspective to have, but
Otherwise, it would lead to unhappiness, blame, jealousy, and feeling like a victim. And good things will not come out of those things. As Jimmy goes to...
I love how his big monologue is basically, being unhappy doesn't really help. So you might as well be happy. Yes, you're being abused and shit upon by the big fucking corporate overlords that literally own you. But listen, why be sad if you could just smile? Look at me, I'm smiling. Yes, I have no lips, but...
To find a knife to cut the cake, his perspective becomes more surreal, with eyes watching him when he picks up an axe instead.
Oh my god.
Seeing Curly lying on the table
Oh my god!
instead of the cake.
Bro, Curly has the Nux mantra. Listen, I'm just saying, if something toxic is going on, you can either cry about it or laugh. You might as well laugh.
When he hacks at him. Time
What?
shifting to 2 months
What? In the dream, he hacks at Curly's body? Oh my god.
after the crash
Something is unwell. Jimmy is unwell, ladies and gentlemen.
again. Jimmy witnesses how Daisuke has
I might argue that Jimmy might be mentally ill.
given into drinking the mouthwash, having the
No! Stop drinking the mouthwash! Guys!
bad influence of Swansea looking up to him.
Listen, I think instead you should just eat Swansea. Or eat Curly. Bro, just eat Curly.
Daisuke is on the other floor, half sick, explaining how he always felt like a loser, and his mother was the one who pushed them on this internship, even the mother having low expectations of him. Poor
What kind of mother puts their kid on a 380-day freighter through space? Oh my god.
Daisuke only wanted to make his mother proud, and proving to himself that he is good at something, but only feeling like a failure, and
Oh, poor dude. Holy shit. Like, this is literally taking broken people and putting them together on the most unethical fucking trip in the history of time.
being told that he's a loser. Going to the lounge, Jimmy sees the responsible and caring Anya, who wanted to stop others from drinking the mouthwash.
Oh, you startled me. Why is she so scared of Jimmy? I'm starting to get spooked here. Why is she so scared of Jimmy? Oh god, dude. She's scared of Jimmy, and Daisuke feels like he's losing his life. His mom doesn't love him and literally put him here. Oh my god.
Contemplating on drinking the mouthwash herself, as she is losing hope. Going to Swansea, who is drunk through drinking one too many bottles of the mouthwash, dancing on his own with the axe. He asks him to hand over the axe as he needs it to open up the med bugs in the hall, to get some backup painkillers for Curly. That's when Anya asks Jimmy to feed Curly his pain meds again, as he can't do it. Jimmy all of a sudden has a breakdown, screaming,
I'm trying to actually fix things, Anya. Like, what the fuck are you... What do you mean, fixing?
saying how he is the one burdened with all the responsibilities now, having to carry all the crew. This
Take responsibility. Take care of it. Dude, what do you mean? You take care of the crew. What are you doing? What are you taking care of them for? There is no light at the end of this tunnel.
screen glitches with Ward saying that Jimmy needs to take responsibility and take care of it, as if his perception of reality is being distorted. That's when Jimmy has a one-on-one with Curly again, confessing how Curly was actually a good captain, with Jimmy not remotely having a clue of how difficult it was to take all the responsibility. Something he's so bad
I mean, there's a big difference. I mean, the difference is Curly actually was kind of running a fucking ship that had a destination that was actually going to make it there, and Jimmy obviously is not. He is running a doomed vessel with doomed people that are hoping he can actually help them out, when in reality, despite having protagonist syndrome, he cannot do anything.
badly wanted, but now that he has it, he despises it. All he did was complain and blame.
Listen, the weight of responsibility is pretty fucking brutal, but ultimately when you're responsible for something that you literally have no ability or power to fix, it is the most, like, nihilistic, impotent feeling in the universe.
Wanting to jump up the ladder rather than doing the work. Unfortunately, they are only left with paracetamol, which is a much weaker painkiller,
Use painkillers, do nothing. Oh my god.
leaving Curly to suffer in pain. The time cuts to a different point, 6
6 hours until judgment? What?
hours until Judgment, which seems to be the death of all the crew members. Jimmy is trapped in the
my
cockpit with an unstable and drunk Swansea shouting at him, ordering him to open the door as he wants to chop him into pieces using
Oh my god!
the axe. Jimmy, having shaky hands, is
I'm gonna chop you into 20 fucking pieces. Listen, this is why you don't give axes to fat people, okay?
Trying to reinforce the door, when all of a sudden, Swansea breaks the window, with the time cutting again.
God.
It turns out, Pony Express put locks on the medical room and the cockpit for safety.
What kind of safety do you need? Do they expect some sort of revolt of the crew members?
I think how there had been times that the crew lost their mind and went on killing each other.
This was like a common thing, and they still did this? It's like, oh yeah, we put locks in the doors in case the crew loses their mind and kills each other. Don't worry about it. It only happens like every 4 or 5 trips.
Different crew members. The cockpit being the most important place to make sure the safety of the ship, the cargo, and the crew. They put a safety lock to ensure in case of emergency, the pilot would be safe. Time jumping to 4 months.
As long as the mouthwash gets to the vicinity, am I right, guys? As long as the cargo's okay, we don't really care if everyone fucking kills each other.
Months after the crash, with the resources being extremely limited now, a distressed and crying Daisuke comes running to Jimmy, explaining that Anya is locked in the medical room.
Oh,
Going to the
God.
medical room, it becomes clear that she has locked herself in on purpose, having lost all hope, trying to
Oh, fuck. Oh, shit.
end it all. Daisuke explains the vents actually lead to the medical room, the vents from the utility room, which was broken. Talking to Swansea, who is guarding the utility room, being drunk out of his mind.
Okay, Swansea, you gotta get a hobby. You can't just guard the utility room at all times, bro. You're dying. You're literally cooked, bro.
And saying that he would never allow anyone through as it could compromise the ship.
Bro, what are you doing? The ship is compromised! Wake up, Swansea! Oh my god! What is even going on? This is like Hassan saying, listen, I don't want to get controversial here or anything before showing terrorist propaganda on Twitch. It's like, bro, it's over! You have passed the point of no return!
Jimmy has a brilliant idea to spike a drink using isopropyl, pure alcohol, to get Swansea knocked out so they can access the utility.
They literally roofie this man. They literally, again, I feel like every single character here could get like a psychological analysis, like done on them, right? Like this dude actually, like the hopeless person who just wants people to believe in him. And here you have like the, dude, he is so powerless. Swansea is so powerless. He can't control any part of his own life. That's the issue with alcoholics, right? He was an alcoholic. So alcoholics, like, they can't control their own life. They're so addicted to alcohol, right? At least that's what they feel like until they, you know, sober up and shit. The one thing he has control over is holding that axe and making sure no one goes into this room. This is the one bit of control he actually still has in his life. A life that's about to end. Fuck, dude.
Utility room and go through the vents to get to the medical room. Doing so, giving Swansea the cocktail, he gets sentimental in his own way all of a sudden, feeling bad for Daisuke who was dragged into all of this.
No! Do not redeem him! They are redeeming Swansea right before he drinks the roofie juice. There's no way! Oh.
Someone with lack of any
Dude, this is like a One Piece backstory. It's like before a character gets cooked, you literally get a 20-page, 20-chapter backstory making you feel bad for them. It's like, bro, they give you the Doflamingo backstory right before they murk Doflamingo. What are you doing?
experience being trapped
It's like, oh, Law, he's a cool character. Law gets cooked. Then they show you a backstory. Kuma, right? Bro, why?
with depressed and grouchy adults who feel that they have failed in life, full of anger, jealousy, pain, and hate. As he drinks the cocktail and passes out, they get the key from his pocket, entering the utility room, noticing how it is barely touched by the foam. Shocked to what they are seeing, the solid wall of foam Swansea was talking about was a load of nonsense, as it is revealed all the cryogenic pods were destroyed by
Yeah, great. Good thing you were guarding the room with the destroyed cryogenic pods. Suspiciously enough, the four cryogenic pods.
the foam, apart from only one, which means Swansea was probably guarding it and preventing anyone from getting in.
There was one cryogenic pod that still worked. Swansea was unironically the most aware person in this crew. There is one person that has the chance to survive this shit. One person could survive. And Swansea knew that he would, if Swansea would have let them in and they would have known that there was one pod, they would literally kill each other to be the last man standing to survive. Oh my fucking god. Oh my fucking god. This is the craziest shit of all time. He actually tried to save them from literally murking each other.
So when everyone dies, he would hop in one and wait for rescue. These pods apparently have a lifespan of up to 20 years, which
is long enough to survive. which is long enough for someone to actually get found.
Which means anyone who gets in them would have a great odds of being saved. Maybe 20 years later in time, with their life and family being gone by then, but still alive and rescued. Jimmy being the captain.
Swansea's the most experienced member. Maybe he knew something like this was gonna be going down. Dude, wait a second. Wait, hold the fucking phone. Wait. Squid Game in space. No. What if the reason why he crashed the trip was because he was commanded to? What if this is all a test to see how much they could push the crew members to the brink of insanity? Big Corpa doesn't care. They are literally using them as a social experiment to push them to the edge of insanity to see if they would actually affect and destroy the product. And this is all just one big test to see what would be most financially beneficial for them in the future. No.
Instead of taking responsibility and going through the vent himself, forces Daisuke to go through, who badly injures himself in the process, managing to open the door.
Daisuke, no!
Time moves forward to 6 hours before the judgment.
God damn.
After Daisuke was badly hurt going to the vents, being in the lounge now, bleeding heavily, Jimmy subconsciously blames himself, knowing that he was the one who made this choice and plan.
Bro, dude, Jimmy!
Hurting Daisuke at the
Daisuke vented to medical sus, goddammit.
end of it, forcing him through the vent, yet saying how he will fix everything and that it's Swansea's fault, as they use the pure alcohol, the disinfectant on him, to knock him out. While Daisuke doesn't have any now for his injuries. That's when Swansea takes the axe, going on a monologue how miserable he is, hauling for decades for Pony Express just to be disposed so easily. He says how
What do you mean disposed? Decades hauling ass for Pony Express, big mighty cruiser.
he was truly a
All his shiny tools.
good person, always looking at the bright side. Someone who could make Swansea a better man. Someone who was an alcoholic in the past, who went sober, thinking he has his life together working for Pony Express.
God.
Just distracting himself from being
He's a damn good kid just trying to do his best.
unhappy. But it all came
You could have taught an old fool like me a lot. Oh God, where's this going?
crashing down after being let go of. That's when he ends
Close your eyes, Daisuke! No! A mercy killing. No way, dude. They're old yellering Daisuke, bro. Oh, shit.
Daisuke, putting him out of his pain.
What an insane parallel between Swansea putting Daisuke out of his misery compared to Jimmy keeping Curly alive. Like, dude, oh my God. Close your eyes and spare yourself the view.
Jimmy, horrified to what
damn.
Swansea has done, the roughed up man, conditioned by a less than comfortable and easy life. Swansea is seen for the first time crying, seeing how he took the only good thing in his life away.
And like, what were you supposed to do? The price of being allowed the privilege of being useful to someone else. Holy shit. Jimmy, like, obviously you didn't want Daisuke to die here, but bro, dude killed his only friend to take him from his misery. Like, dude, fuck, man, this is insane. Insanely dark. I feel like every single character goes through a whole ass psychological arc here.
Finding it
Again, like, this fits into his, like, his arc so far of control, right? Like, feeling like this is something he could do. He can actually do something that will have an effect to make someone suffer a little less.
good kid who showed him that he can actually be happy. That's when Jimmy goes to get the gun in the
What? What happened here?
medical room, seeing how Anya has died as well,
What the fuck? She overdosed?
with a terrified and helpless Curly lying on the bed, just witnessing all of the horror,
Oh my God!
helplessly, unable to do anything about any of this. That's when Swansea screams at Jimmy, running towards him with the axe. Time goes back to
Why? I mean, dude, there's still so many questions that just aren't answered here. Like, why did it end up this way? Why did he crash the ship? Why is Jimmy such a fucking asshole? The way he'd, like, completely and utterly manipulate people for the... and not even care, obviously, about the repercussions of what he does.
one day before the
And Curly, taking responsibility, forced to watch.
crash, with Curly seeing Anya curled up in a ball, crying in the cockpit, who explains that she is pregnant with Jimmy's child.
Oh my fucking God. They don't stop. They don't stop. They don't stop. Jimmy raped her, didn't he? Oh my fucking God, dude. Ain't no way.
Who she is scared of, as he didn't want to take any responsibility when she told him about it.
Like, it's crazy. You have Curly, the guy who's supposedly taking responsibility. You have Jimmy, the guy that cannot take responsibility. A fucking despicable person that views everything else as like his stepping stools to his next stage. God, fuck, dude.
Hiding the safety handgun box so he doesn't do something stupid with it. The day passes and Anya is considering not having the child, as Jimmy wants nothing to do with her or the child. Curly, being a good man, decides to go and talk to Jimmy to find a solution.
Oh god, dude, there's no solution. It's bad.
Curly goes to Jimmy, who in a deadpan attitude says how he will take care of it. How Curly is
what do you think will happen once we get back?
high and mighty and going on a monologue of nonsense, trying to blame everyone but himself.
That's him. The man that cannot take responsibility. Consistently and constantly feels, you know, he's one-upped by Curly and he cannot take responsibility for anything.
Thinking of himself as a victim, rather than owning up to his
Stop mewing, Jimmy! This is serious!
life,
Thank you, Chad. That was a good one.
faking himself up and taking responsibility. But all Jimmy is good for is blaming others, being the victim, messing up all the time. And
every time. This is a man that's take, and he can never give. Holy shit.
then taking zero accountability, saying essentially that his life will be ruined back on Earth, having a child.
Well, don't worry, you ain't going back to Earth.
Curly, having nothing to say, feeling sorry for the both of them, lets Jimmy have his own space. But it turns out that was a big mistake, as it was Jimmy all along who compromised the ship,
Well, that's not a surprise at all.
crashing it into the asteroid.
Wait, he's the one that crashed the ship? You play as the villain the entire game?
And putting the blame on Curly, a truly cowardly act.
Wait, so what happened to Curly? So why did he crash the ship?
Couldn't take responsibility for impregnating a woman, losing the job that he wasn't even that good in, given by his pal, Curly, just to not want to take responsibility, crashing the ship, taking everyone down with him.
In order to not take responsibility, he wanted to kill all of them. Fuck, dude.
True selfish and cowardly act.
And Curly tries to take responsibility for one last time.
And I cannot just say that enough. I really don't like Jimmy.
Well, no shit. This man is the most evil character in the history of video games. What the fuck? Wait, so why was Jimmy beating Curly? Is it because Curly was the person that he just wished he could always be? Like, in his fucked up mind, he is just sitting back and he's envying Curly? Because despite the fact that he did this shit and he crashed the ship, he just wishes he was Curly. He wishes he was a bigger man, but he's not. Wow, dude.
The cherry on top, he lied and manipulated others, wanting so badly to have control and authority without working for it, saying it was Curly who did it, who suffered immensely and got injured for Jimmy's mess up. Someone who was a loser on Earth, having struggled the best way Curly put it, who probably had so many shortcomings, just wanting free handouts. Curly, a responsible and good man, just to save his crew, risks his own life running into the cockpit, taking the full blow of the impact.
Trying like his last chance to save the ship, and he ended up getting there on time for the impact and burning him to a crisp, and they fucking kept him alive. You can't change a person that thinks he isn't wrong. This is crazy. Man was literally wild. Every single one of these characters literally went through the most insane horror story of all time.
But steering the ship enough so it doesn't fully explode and taking everyone's life on it.
So he did save their lives.
He sacrificed himself just to take the blame as well for the selfish and loser Jimmy to be the delusional self-righteous captain, get the unearned and undeserved rank unjustly, just to order people around and feel like the boss. Time jumps to 1 hour before the judgment with
Oh my god, dude, wow. Some people just want control really fucking badly. No, honestly. Like, it's crazy to show. Like, very often you'll have, like, a main villain whose, I guess, main deadly sin is pride or wrath. Like, but here it's envy. It's just so obviously envy. He wishes he was a better man. And instead of working on himself to make himself a better man, he will fuck everything up to give himself the illusion of being a better man. That is some of the most fucked up psychological storytelling and character building I've ever seen in my life. Pay no attention to that.
Jimmy's shortcomings leading to 3 of the crew members being dead and 1.
Dude, why is he carrying him? He puts them by the table? Oh, that's some psychopath shit. Oh, no.
Being severely injured. Daisuke dying in the vent under Jimmy's orders. Anya passing away because Jimmy impregnated her and didn't want anything to do with her, mentally abusing her, and Swansea, whom he shot in cold blood after
He ended up killing Swansea too? What the fuck?
taking his intern away from him, someone who inspired him to be happy. That's when Jimmy does something unspeakable, something
Makes a whole ass dinner party. Bro thinks he's Jinx.
unimaginable, placing the suffering body of Curly
The axe wound, the gun wound, the overdose. Oh my god.
on the table, while gathering the corpses of the other crew members, hallucinating that it's his birthday being celebrated, serving a part of Curly as cake to celebrate. Jimmy goes
Oh my god, this is insane.
on to give a speech on how he is right. He is righteous.
A lot of people struggle to put food on their plates, but that wasn't enough, right,
And
Captain?
Curly is the bad guy. His reasoning is that
And he is so fucking corrupted in his mind. He is so goddamn warped. He is so warped that he still, in his head, is gaslighting himself to make Curly the villain. How fucking delusional do you have to be? And the honest truth is, I feel like this is a lot of people. And you could say pre-washed, because they are actually eating Curly, which is what I've been saying the entire time. Huge Nux dub. That's what can I say?
that he is a financially struggling man, and Curly is the successful, loved, and
This is like the classic, oh, you're rich, therefore you're evil. I am poor, therefore I am a victim, therefore I deserve justice. Like, this is a mentality, like a victim mentality that a lot of people have. Fuck, man. Dude, there are a lot of unfortunate people that you cannot look at yourself as a victim and anyone successful as the aggressor. This is wild shit. I feel like there are so many incredible social commentaries in this lore. Like, from the fucking psychopathic goddamn company that sent them around, all the way to the different psychological advancements and developments of the different characters, to this insane level of self-gaslighting. KFC is not a joke anymore, true. Kentucky Fried Curly, for real, for real.
charismatic person whom everybody respects. So he is the evil one, while Jimmy is the good victim.
Again, I think this is like a classic victim mentality thing. A lot of people that feel like victims have to somehow, instead of worrying about how to get yourself as a victim, you have to literally, some people will rather gaslight themselves into making believe they are just, and because they are a victim. I'm not saying that this guy was treated well in his life, he obviously wasn't. But the best thing you gotta do about that is pick yourself up and try to make something of yourself. Not constantly gaslight yourself to be a hero, no matter what kind of unspeakably fucked up shit you end up doing. This man's like a cannibal, rapist, murderer because he's a victim.
He explains that he will eat chunks of Curly every day to survive,
Oh my god, dude, this is insane.
promising both will make it, having completely lost his mind. His justification for his actions is that rich and successful is evil, and
Rich and successful is evil. Bro, this is the Hassan Piker stream you weren't supposed to see. You weren't no! Wait! Oh my god, there's no way. There's no way. Holy crap. Holy shit-a-moly. Holy shit-a-moly. There is no way. There is no way, bro. Dog. Dude. The Hassan eat the rich. He is literally eating the rich! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! He is literally eating the rich. He is literally eating the rich, guys. Fuck. Oh my fucking god, dude. Oh my god. Jimmy was a Hassan fan all along.
poor and struggling is
Can't wait for the fucking news articles to make another article about me literally slandering me.
good, even though it was Curly who even brought him to the ship and gave him this job. That's when Jimmy goes down a surreal rabbit hole of guilt tripping, while the scrambled letter showing to take responsibility, something Jimmy never did and only complained and blamed. After tripping in his own delusions, at this point having lost his mind, it becomes clear how Swansea was killed. It's unclear if Swansea was the one even killing Daisuke, and if he even attacked Jimmy, or if all of that happened in his head.
Hey, true, that might have just been in his mind.
As it's revealed that Swansea was tied to a chair and taken out by Jimmy. Swansea, knowing that he is going to die, reminisces on his life, taking blame for his shortcomings and mistakes, wanting to clear his soul.
I spent 13 years half cut up to my eyeballs, drunk, to put it mildly. That's when a street light shined in my face, scared me straight. So I got a collar shirt, mortgage, and a credit card. All the things that makes a good man. I hoped I could raise my children to be better than their old man.
Oh my god.
But the truth is,
I love how they just drop, I have children, by the way. Now I'm dying, but by the way, I have children. Their dad is literally about to get murdered by a psychopath.
discipline, drive, routine, the endless desperation to get shit done, a loving wife, great kids, sobriety. I'm telling you, accomplishments I chased all my life never felt as good as I expected when I crossed the finish line.
Damn, you keep looking up, you keep looking for some sort of high, but then once you get to that point, it never feels as good, huh? There's always another high you need to reach.
Being drunk, messed up, dizzy with a spinning head. Those were the best days of my life.
Oh my god.
Those were the best days of my life. I can see the person I am. But you, a cowardly, selfish m***er, and you can't even see it.
Damn.
Like
Swansea at least recognizes the fact that he fucked his life up with the alcoholism and stuff. But Jimmy, this piece of shit, he can't even recognize how selfish and pathetic he is.
should have been able to
Instead of recognizing his selfishness and his patheticness, he'd rather blame it on someone else.
protect the kid, giving him a chance off this goddamn rock. Do what you gotta do.
Oh my god.
It is clear Swansea was not a good man and was never happy, only feeling good in catharsis, releasing strong emotions through being self-destructive. This in fact being an execution rather than self-defense. Jimmy sees how the utility room actually has all the pods unaffected by the foam,
All the pods were unaffected at the end. Fuck, dude. He was saving that last pod for Ducky.
as of depicting how he is hallucinating, finding it difficult to differentiate between delusion and reality.
Maybe there is really only one pod left. He just is imagining that there's all of it. That's his guilt telling him that he killed all these people.
Swansea wasn't trying to keep the only pod to himself at all. He was in fact protecting the utility room so people are safe. That's when Jimmy goes into another delusional trip where he is feeding on Curly and
Dude, it's always a flesh wall. It is literally always a wall of flesh and eyeballs every time.
feeding him his own flesh, controlling his innards so the flesh goes in, with Curly puking, but Jimmy picking it back up and force feeding him again. The absolute
That's pretty disgusting, yeah.
wicked and unimaginable sight of the evil Jimmy has done shows how his struggles were maybe due to his troubled mind, his lack of
Curly leg. Oh, fuck, dude.
self-drive, and the
Dude, the craziest thing is, like, this is an indie game, and it's only an indie game that can really tell a story this brazen and fucking awesome. Like, literally.
determination, his lack of taking responsibility. He is feeding on Curly and feeding him his own flesh so they both survive.
Oh my god, dude. Oh my god, he is feeding him his own flesh. Oh, Lord.
Feeling self-righteous as if he's doing the right thing.
And I literally gaslighted himself into this shit. Vor, cannibalism, rape, and mindbreak, all in one lore. Can you shut the fuck up, chat, okay? What?
The absolute brutality of his actions make Curly horrified to what is happening to him. Being vulnerable and unable to defend himself. He just has to witness the cruelty that is happening to him. In another delusional trip, Jimmy sees how Curly is talking, being the bigger man, truly worthy of his title of being the captain, saying how he wants it to end and wants to go home, willing to take the blame
I want to go home. We are home. Oh, yeah.
and be the villain, for Jimmy to be the hero, to have the story he so desperately wanted. That's when Jimmy breaks down, still not taking responsibility and saying it was an accident, and both are heroes. Still having the audacity to call himself a hero. This clearly shows how he subconsciously knows that he is a loser and the one to blame.
Of course he does. Of course he does. It's like it's a gaslighting tactic. Obviously, it's obviously a fucking gaslighting strat. Dude knows he's a piece of shit. That's why he's so unhappy. He's just not willing to admit it to himself.
Kneeling and breaking down in front of a true hero and selfless person, truly worthy of his success. Jimmy all along wanted title and rank, wanted to be
Dude, look at this. Look at this shit.
worthy of his success.
What happened?
Jimmy
It was an accident. We were trapped. They were literally not trapped. He literally trapped himself. But he's still not able to accept reality.
all along wanted title and rank, wanted to be believed in and have success, all without
And now he's saying, I'm sorry, Curly. Great.
work and effort, all without dedication and taking responsibility. He couldn't even handle a few responsibilities of the ship after Curly was injured. He knows deep down that he is not worthy, yet he wants to lie to himself and push himself to be someone that he is not. Going deep into his own conscience, Jimmy sees how he has been victimizing himself all along and how he needs to take responsibility.
Great. Now he realizes he needs to take responsibility. That's nice. Too late for apologies, motherfucker.
And he finally owns up to his mistakes.
Owning up to your mistakes is not admitting that you were wrong after you fuck up the world.
And mess-ups, taking Curly to the cryogenic pod, saying how he fixed it and he will save Curly.
Dude literally thinks he's gonna do one altruistic act at the fucking end and think he's a hero.
Confessing how proud he is having had the honor.
You always had my back. I ended up hurting you even though I was trying to save us. He still thinks he was trying to save them. Dude is a fucking nutcase.
To be friends with a great man such as Curly when he ends it. Curly then freezes in the cryogenic pod to be hopefully saved by someone. I mean, not much is left of Curly, and after the trauma and injuries, I don't see how he could have a life, or at least it will take a lot to be able to heal.
And Jimmy says, like, yeah, he fixed it at the end. Wow, he really fixed it at the end. Delusional motherfucker. Oh my lord. This is some Griffith, this is what they would have wanted type logic. Oh my god.
Jimmy really messed up, and Curly made a huge mistake giving him a chance to turn his miserable life around. Sometimes,
honestly, Curly did fuck up. Sometimes being too, and I think that's the moral here also. Because I think every single one of these characters does have a moral to their story. Curly fucked up big time. Because if you know that your guy here, if you know that Jimmy is a rapist, and raped Anya, and is like that's it. You cut that fucker off immediately. But he didn't. He still thought he could be a hero. He still thought he could fix things. He still thought he could make things better. I'm just saying, like, that is a flaw. Did it ever say rape? Well, it said that she was scared of him, and like, it definitely heavily implied that some crazy shit happened.
sometimes drowning people pull others down with.
Yeah, a good leader's not supposed to be nice all the time. Ultimate pacifism isn't the way. No, it's not. And he fucked up by giving Jimmy too much leeway when he absolutely shouldn't have.
With them, or in here.
But that said, Jimmy's obviously the evil fucker in this story. Oh my god.
Toxic people who take no responsibility of their actions will blame everyone else but themselves. What a tragic story. Honestly, this has been one of the greatest indie games I have played, and the story really riled me up. Yeah. Unfortunately, people like this do exist, so it felt like this could actually happen in real life if we had space freighters. Anyway, folks, this is the end of—
Yeah, wow, holy shit, what a game. Oh my lord. And then they wonder why the AAA industry is failing and the indie game market is succeeding. I wonder why, because they're actually making shit that's different and interesting and feels real.
Of the video. It's been your host, Dar. Thank you so much for being here.
Yeah, this probably ends up on A tier on my lore tier list. Damn, definitely check out Gamersalt. This was a banger. Oh my god, I am traumatized and flabbergasted. Holy shit. Thank you all so much for being here. Hope you enjoyed. Definitely subscribe for more lore. 2 lore videos every single week on Nux Taku. We do all the drama slop on Nux and Nor. That is what we do. Wow, fuck, bro. Holy shit. Like, subscribe, and this video was streamed live on kick.com/nuxanor. See you there. Stay weird, fam.